welcome back to my channel. It's your fairy goth mother here to tell you what shops are shit. Hello. We're going to be talking about you later. You and this company and the fur industry. They use you, they skin you alive. But we'll get on to that. Down you go, little mister. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the company that seems to have blown up recently on social media. So Shein, Curve, Shein, whatever it is this week, because they keep changing the fucking name because they know they're twats. Oh, this is starting off fiery, isn't it? This is starting off fiery. We're going to keep this a calm video today. I've gotten in trouble a few times for this, but hey ho, if I tell you something shit, it's fucking shit. But we all have difference of opinion, so what I say is shit, you might not think is shit, but hey ho, I don't sugarcoat my things. I like to know where I shop, I like to know who I support, I like to know that that's it. I like to know who gets my money. We're not going to start off sassy like we usually do in Antihauls. We're going to be nice today. Got my notes here, got my notes. 8 pages of notes to be exact. So everyone's known for years pretty much that Shein are a little bit dodgy, a little bit shit. You know that if something's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Like Shein offer every single YouTuber who has above, I'd say 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, they offer you free clothes. And when you have around that following, it's like, wow, they want to give me free clothes. I used to work with Shein, so I'm not going to sit here and go, I was above it. I did not fall for their shit. Of course I did. If a company comes to you and says, hey, fancy some free clothes, 9 out of 10 of you are going to go, hell to the fucking yeah. And I did. I jumped all over that shit. I practically smeared my vagina all over that store. I got so many free clothes. And then I thought about it the other day actually when I saw an advert of Shein, and I thought, how many of them do I have now? I don't have any of them now. They either fell apart, they ripped, whatever. Something has happened to literally every single thing I have ever had from Shein. I want clothes that last, not clothes that are gonna last like a month and then are gonna shrink, or they've stolen the design, or they're gonna rip or have holes in. Who wants that? The last time I worked with them was about 3 years ago. I actually stopped working with them when I found out they had copied someone's design who I follow online. Get into that later. And that's what made me like, oh shit, that was like my realization point. I hadn't really noticed it before, or maybe I had and I was kind of like blindsided to it. I don't know, but that was my point. That was my point of going, Shein, me. So stealing designs is a huge no-no for me. I'm not an artist. I can barely draw stick people. But stealing designs is something that I cannot abide by. So on that note, they constantly steal from other brands. I noticed this when they stole from Voltaire, who is an alternative gothic-y artist, singer. They stole one of his pumpkin cushion designs. And then this is what I emailed to Shein, because we were actually in the middle of a collab at the time I saw this, and I emailed them this, and I said I didn't feel comfortable working with them anymore, and that's pretty much it. And we never collabed again. It's like, oh, okay. Because I'm just 10 a penny. This beautiful creature from the Black Lagoon is 10 a penny. They can just go online, find new up-and-coming YouTubers, and they're like, hey girl, we got some free clothes. You know your titties want these bras. You know your booty want these pants that won't fit you because they're Asian sizes. They stole the copyrighted design set from Wild Mode. Now this is a blue leopard print crop top underwear set. These look so freaking comfortable. I follow this brand and they just look so good. I heard in Heavy Metal Mama's YouTube video, she did a whole video about this, that the writing on the waistband was actually written by the designer's grandfather, and she had actually copied that. They copied this person's grandfather's handwriting and put it on their clothing. They don't give a shit! They don't give a shit! So they stole her grandfather's handwriting. They don't care. They literally don't care what they take. They see something, they take it, because they know you got, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna, like it's infuriating. More recently, they stole this cat design from Disturbia. They commissioned an artist to design this piece, and Shein's just like, hold my purse. Taken the design and they've just slapped it onto the cheap fucking fabric and they just replicate it. And when they replicate it, they don't have the actual design to replicate. So it's not like they have, I don't know how printing works, they don't have like the actual physical piece of clothing. They get the design offline. So most of the time the stolen designs are quite pixely, they're not perfect picture clear. If you saw my Intermodius Antihaul, you can see in that some of the clothes, the print was very pixely. So yes, they slapped Disturbia's cat kitty pussy piece onto a shirt and they inverted the colours and slopped it on a top. Oh, much uniqueness. What the fuck are you playing actually? Come on, girl. If you were my girlfriend and you were this drunk, I'd be taking you home by now. And here's a few more pieces that they have stolen from. So Shein said in an interview that they produce anywhere from 500 pieces of clothing, different clothes, sorry now, let me rewind. 500 different pieces of clothing a day. A day. That's not a factory making 500 cookies. That's people stealing, designing, however you want to put it. Some of the pieces are their own original designs, just some of them are stolen. I'd say like 50-50. Half of them, they just see a black top and they're like, oh, put a slit up it, that's one design. Put a rip in it this way, that's the second design. They do that 500 times a day, at least. And that's why there are so many stolen designs on their website. Because no logical people, group, person, whatever, could literally think of 500 new, brand new, unseen before pieces a day. But it's easy to see what's in fashion, go on Google and just steal the design and hope no one notices. I fucking notice! You touched Disturbia, I notice! And I'm afraid that the 500 pieces a day is not really a new thing. Like, it's not really, like, it's not just Shein, it's Romwe, Dress Lily, Awful. All these cheap Chinese websites, they all do it. They're pretty much under the same umbrella. They have different names, but they are under the same umbrella of shit. So you cannot ethically sustainability-less, I don't know, make 500 different garments a day. God knows how many, like even if they made 10 of each of those garments, that's 5,000 a day. Is that right? Is my math correct? The funny thing is they don't even claim to be ethical. They don't even claim to be a sustainable fashion brand. We as humans need to be more conscious of where we shop, where our clothes come from. This is gonna have such a knock-on effect. I couldn't find anything online of Shein claiming, like, even though I wouldn't believe their claims, I couldn't find anything of their claims that they were ethical or they offer sustainable fashion, because they don't. If you've had anything from Shein, it's literally shit. It's feeble, it's thin, it will fall apart faster than any other piece of clothing you had. And I know some of you are going to be like, I've had Shein and I wear it all month. I wear it every day. Bitch, I love it. Good for you. This video isn't for you. This is for the people that care about where their fashion comes from. In the words of Rowley, trot along, bitch. They have historically used unethical practices such as slave labour, child labour, sweatshops, paying below the minimum wage. If I said to you, I'm going to give you £2 an hour, probably not even £2 an hour, is it? I'm going to give you £2 an hour and I want you to produce 50 dresses. How many of you would say yes? I know what I'd be saying. But just think about that for a second. Just take a step back, leave your cheap clothes in the bin, and take a step back from the bin, and just think child labour. Now, I am a parent, like, my child thinks child labour is me asking her to pick her toys up. I think there was a Stacey Dooley documentary, I love her, and she did one on fast fashion, and it had, pretty sure it was her, and it had child labour in it, and she went to visit the sweatshops and the places of fast fashion, and it's honestly heartbreaking. Kids as young as 4 and 5 at these horrendous volumes every single day. My child is 6 and she's in school. These kids aren't in school. They're making your little crop top, or your little push-up bra, or your jeans that will fit you once and then fall apart. Mate, I would not do a squat in Shein jeans. When I used to work with them, every pair of bottoms I think I got from Shein, none of them fit me. I'd always go by the size chart because obviously it's Asian sizes and that's different to UK sizes. Not once did I have bottoms that fit me. They are known to lie on listings pretty much all the freaking time. Like, you'll buy something from their website and it says it's cotton, you get it and it's polyester. They primarily work with synthetics, like polyester. I don't know if you know this, I certainly didn't know this until my last Antihaul. Polyester is made from plastic. That's why it feels so cheap, because it's cheap, nasty plastic. But what does plastic not do? Look good for one. It doesn't biodegrade. So that means your little plastic crop top, your little tube top that you probably wore once before the seam unripped, just sits there. It sits there in a landfill forever. Well, not forever. Look, plastic lasts forever, doesn't it? Does it? Or like millions of years. It doesn't biodegrade, which means it's not sustainable. On that fake listing things as cotton when they're polyester, listing things as original when they're stolen. How about listing things as fake when they are real? Now I know you're probably thinking, oh my god, I'd love to buy a fake Chanel purse and find out it's real. Don't think I've ever even touched anything Chanel. I'm not a brand, not a brand lady. How about the time that they listed, now this one hits me. This is where my little ferret Hoffy comes in hand. They listed a beret, I think it was a beret, as a polyester fake hat. Great. Who doesn't love fake fur? I personally prefer fake, you can see where this is going. I prefer fake fur. I think it looks glossier, it's nicer, I don't know. I like to know I'm not wearing an animal. I get really passionate when I talk about animal cruelty because I rescue ferrets. I have, I don't know, 7. I lose count because I literally come home one day, because I always see them on Facebook and I'm just like, oh, bring them to my house. So I think I've got 7 and they all live indoors with me. They sleep in my bed. I know some of you are gonna go, oh, dirty bitch. I don't care. They are the most spoiled little ferret fuzzy butts ever. They've been abused, they've been neglected, and now they're gonna live out the rest of their life in luxury, like ferret luxury. This isn't luxury for me. Where do the two correlate? So Shein released this beret that they claimed was fake fur, it was polyester, it was okay for a vegan to have. So the person who bought this beret was vegan. And then what happened is the beret arrived and, well, and inside it was a label that said 100% rabbit fur. That would have upset me. That would have upset me a lot. I'm going to show you a very quick piece of footage of how they get animal fur, but then I'm going to come back with something really cute. So, this is Rufio. He has black eyes. He's different to the ferret before because he had red eyes. This is Rufio. Rufio. Go on then, off you go. Have some fun. Ferrets and minks are related, and I know the hat was rabbit fur, but it's pretty much the same way. They literally, cover your ears, they put the animals in cages and repeatedly brush them. Sometimes they are skinned alive. I mean, the practices are fucking horrendous. I don't care where you are based. I do not support any shop that sells real fur. I'm not talking about leather, like, I am vegetarian. I'm not talking about leather where the whole animal is used. Whether I agree with that or not, right now I'm talking about the unnecessariness of fur. We don't need meat to survive, but we don't need fur to survive. We don't need this confuzzles my brain. It makes me so angry. That process happens purely for vanity, and people, I don't get it, because people see fur as like a rich person thing, like, oh honey, it's luxury real fur. Like, that doesn't look luxury to me. That looks cheap and disgusting, and that's why they do it. That's why they use real fur instead of fake fur. The sad reality is that real fur is cheaper than fake fur. They just make animals mate, and hey ho, they've got a steady income of real fur, whereas fake fur is man-made. It has to be produced, it has to be made, and it angers me so much because I rescue these little boys. I can't get my head around that. So let's pull it back. Let's have a cookie so I don't cry. So I know at this point you're probably just like, Emily, why are you pissing on our cornflakes? Because the sad reality is these clothes are cheap to you, but they cost something to people making them, to people working in the sweatshops, to the children in the sweatshops, to the animals in the cages. It's cheap to you, but it costs them a lot. Shops like this are damaging our planet. They are not sustainable, they are not ethical. They're just, honestly, I can't wrap my fucking head around it. Ultimately, Shein is another fast fashion brand, and I know this goes for pretty much all fast fashion, but I'm just focusing on Shein. This is what I've done my research on. So right now, Shein is shit. Their clothes are not built to last. They are with any fast fashion. Fast fashion is built for what's in fashion now, what's popular, what's gonna go out of fashion in a month. Like, I remember being a teenager and wearing trip trousers. Remember those bad boys? And they lasted like fucking years. I think my partner Ben had his for like 15 years before they'd actually worn away enough that he had to chuck them away. When I had Shein clothes from 2 years ago that I do not have now. They've ripped, they've shrunk, something has happened to every single piece of clothing I had from them. Shame on me for working with them, man. But now I'm trying to do what's right and spread the word. Like, I didn't know how deep their shit went, and now I'm trying to spread the word of this is it. They don't care if it's rubbish quality, because they know, ultimately, as consumers, most of us care about the price. So please just think about this, just even for a second, before you shop with them again. It's a whole kerfuffle, but they very much, they are not worth their price. And I know I'm gonna get the dickheads, because I posted this on Facebook, and of course I had the people, well, I'm still gonna shop there. Well, they do good plus size clothes, I'm still gonna shop with them.
Ooh, you're hard.
Good for you. This video is for people who care where their clothes come from, who care who make their clothes, who care that they are sustainable and ethical. You can start off by shopping somewhere ethical, shopping smaller brands, shopping the artists who originally designed the pieces, and support a small company, support a small brand, support an ethical brand, and that piece of clothing more than likely will last you a very, very, very long time. This is just my 2 cents. Again, I know most of you will not listen to a word I've said, but hey ho, at least I've done my part. I've hidden every video where I promoted Shein or Romwe or Zaffle or any of these sites, Dress Lily, any of these I have hidden because I don't want to promote them on my channel. Moral of the story is Shein still designs. Shein still designs. They sell real fur as fake fur. Alleged child labour, sweatshops. There is no ethical way you can produce that amount of different designs a day. If you are still unsure, I suggest checking out some sweatshop videos on YouTube, or the real damage that fast fashion does to our world. I personally am taking more efforts to not shop fast fashion, shop smaller brands. I mean, I can do a video of small brands if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments. Ultimately, you're gonna shop where you want to shop. If you want to shop at these sites, that's up to you. But just please, I like literally beg you, just think to yourself, is that £3 top worth it? That's it, guys. I would love to hear your stories of Shein. I know a lot of you, I put this on Facebook and a lot of you are like, well, my stuff never even arrived. It's like, so I couldn't even tell you how shit it was. But I will see you very, very soon with another video. Much love, boobies. Take care of yourself, and most of all, stay weird.